James Dimon from JP Morgan is talking about how banks and other businesses will work with the crypto business so that their customers can get crypto goods. There will also be a talk by Brian Mohan from Bank of America about how to add their own safe coin. Finally, we'll talk about why banks will use Ripple, XRP, and LUSD to build their systems. There is not much time left. You might not have any people left if you're the last one to the plate or the last one to get there. It will get a lot of work over the next few years from banks and other groups. We're in the middle of everything. Let us try to find out this together. JP Morgan and regular banks have become more alike over the last few months. For instance, you said yesterday that Chase users can use credit cards to add money to their Coinbase accounts. You told your clients not to buy Bitcoin on investment day, but you said they could. JPMD is a safe token that works like a coin. How often do you think crypto will be used in regular banks? Do you think there are any risks that come with connecting these two worlds? Grow? In the history of money, there has never been a new product that didn't talk about danger. That is, there will be stress, and not all the rules have been put down yet. It's important to think about the rules that come with it, like AML, BSA, KYC, know your customer, and records. When they say stablecoin, that's what we'll have right away. The rules haven't been written down yet. Banks already knew this would happen. Remember that this is something that everyone thinks all banks have been working on. Tech for many years. In fact, only the biggest banks have been building behind the scenes. This is because you have to start over if the laws change and the technology you made doesn't work with the new laws. That's why, man, I thought that small to medium-sized banks and credit unions wouldn't do anything until these rules were put down. It's now possible for banks to say, this is what it needs to be built around. Also, they are moving money from Chase to Coinbase behind the scenes right now. Now's the time to do more. Ours. They chose how to use our APIs, which we think is a good thing. We'll be there and see what takes place. I don't get that. You've been able to move money from Chase to Coinbase for a few years now, right? Since around 2021, I've used both Chase and Coinbase. Okay, the JP Morgan coin is already here. It's like sending you something that doesn't need to be sent. The money has already been moved every day, 24 hours a day. It was very easy, safe, and quick to move 10 trillion every day thanks to all the cybersecurity and other things like that. If I send you a safe coin, you will eventually tell me that you don't want my mutual fund. I'll spend the money however you want. But stable coins might be able to do some things that regular cash can't, like being coded. I might be able to send you a safe coin. After that, you can send it to 10 different companies. You'll say, well, I don't want your mutual fund. At some point, send me money. That's right. In this sentence, Jamie Dimon talks about how banks can send each other their own safe coins. No bank will touch the safe coin of the other bank. In the middle of all these stable coins, what do you need? You will end up with a system that is split up like the one we have now. Some things will work faster if you make sure each bank has its own safe coin. Other than that, nothing else will work. This is why having a bridge asset in all of this tech might need to be in the middle for it to work. I think that's what makes XRP valuable here. And I think that's something that people forget when they say bad things about Ripple or XRP. They don't know what they're talking about when it comes to these stable coins. What do you think these banks will do to move this safe coin from one place to another? Magic. That's fine with me. But stable coins might be able to be coded and do other things that regular cash can't. Then I might be able to send you that safe coin. You can send it to 10 different sellers that you want to pay regularly or something. We'll use it and be in it. We will do it, though, if the buyers want to use it, and we will make sure it is used right. The client wants it. There's no way that JP Morgan wants that to happen. So it looks like both Bitcoin and private cash are fine. The short answer is that I love JaimeDB and Benny. After all, they work for banks and other financial companies, right? Hold on a second. I guess I proved that. I already told you that I was going to do this, so pay attention. They have a lot of money because of this. Reading this will help you. As for how much profit JP Morgan makes each year from just payments, they don't say. But with $18.1 billion in sales, it's likely that they make a few billion dollars after taxes. This is only CIB's overall profit, which includes loans and other activities. JP Morgan makes a lot of money every year by having smaller banks move money through its lines. $10 billion is moved every day. They do not need to pay for everything, right? So JP Morgan needs to figure out how to get these few billion dollars back, right? We don't know for sure, but JP Morgan probably makes a few billion dollars a year after taxes. You also look at CEOs of big banks like Brian Mohan. Some big banks want to put out safe coins because they think the government will be more open to cryptocurrencies. Yes? In the middle of July, this is what we saw. Some big banks in the US are bank of. At the same time that the country wants to make crypto-friendly rules, America and Citibank are working on putting out their own safe coins. Bree Moynihan has even talked about these things. This is the video. There will almost certainly be a steady coin. Like a money market fund, this coin will be backed by the dollar in full. Going to the check account is a lot like going to the bank account. We'll start that business if they make it legal. You will, in fact, have a BA bank of. We will be able to move the American coins back and forth because it hasn't been against the law to do so until now. It works the same way as any other foreign money. It will be cool to learn how to use it. There will be a stable for sure. It's possible that some banks and other financial firms don't even know all the ways they can use this. The clock is giving banks the most trouble right now. Their biggest competitors, which have a lot of money to spend on this, give them a lot of trouble. Why do you think banks will choose XRP and Ripple? I can help you with this. It's very important to know, but I've already made movies about it. These are the steps that US banks need to take to make a coin that will not lose its value. Plans for the future and help from the top. Tell me about the fixed coin. Is it going to be for money, DeFi, or office disputes? Make sure that leaders agree on what needs to be done and teach people about the rules and technologies that are in place. Because rules are always changing, like with the Genius Act and the Stable Acts. Regulatory engagement and compliance also work directly with federal and state officials. These laws now need one-to-one reserves, frequent audits, and strong user protections. This is what makes Tether a little scared. They have a hard time doing an audit. This will also keep bad people from coming to our country. These bad people can get in because of some parts of the Genius Act. I hope that as technology changes, they'll figure out if you need new rights, or make changes to ones that are already there, and then make rules for compliance that fit those needs. Getting smart people and helping them get better at what they do. Anyone who writes smart contracts, works with blockchain developers, or knows about the risks of digital assets can be hired. That means you need to get a whole group of people to help you. It needs to help you make what you want. They need to make plans for how to move. Pick a blockchain platform like XRP Ledger or Ethereum. You can use smart contracts to handle reserves, control access, mint, and burn coins. Add safe places to keep backups backed by cash or assets. And make sure everything is safe before you start. They should look into it. They need to check it out and make sure it works. Do you really want them to test it in a sandbox? Because it could be very bad for the bank if they spend billions of dollars on a product and then it fails very quickly. That's not all. Banks that build their own technology and facilities will be the ones who have to deal with all the risk. How about tech that you just started making but haven't had a chance to try yet? How does that stack up against the XRP system or even Ethereum, which has been around for over 10 years and has been shown to be